Hello, my name's Sarah Todd Taylor, and I'm the author of several books, including the Max the Detective Cat series and the Alice Éclair Spy Extraordinaire series. And this is the latest in the Alice series, Alice Éclair Spy Extraordinaire, A Spoonful of Spying. And I'm really excited to have Alice's second adventure out in the world. And one of the things I love most about it is this gorgeous cover by Beatrice Castro. Beatrice is amazing, and she has brought Alice and her world to life just so beautifully. So what is Alice about? Well, Alice is 13 and she lives in Paris in the 1930s between the two world wars, and she leads an exciting double life. By day, she works in her mother's bakery as a pâtissière. She creates the most amazing cakes. Alice is really talented at baking and decorating. She can make the Eiffel Tower out of sugarcraft and make it look as though fireworks are exploding from the top of it. She's incredible. By night, she's a spy. She's a spy for the French government, and she spends her time finding out where secret plans are hidden, passing messages, and even saving fellow spies from being kidnapped. One of the things I really love is history. I loved history at school and I studied history at university. And Alice's second adventure is based on an actual historical event that took place in 1937 in Paris. And that was a world exposition, or as Alice calls it, a world fair. And the whole world came to Paris. Each country had its own pavilion showcasing the best of its food and its fashion and its technology and engineering and its art. And it was a great place for all the countries to show off what was best about their cultures. And I thought, what an amazing place that would be for spies, because the whole world would be there and you could meet up with your fellow spies and pass messages. So I decided that Alice's second adventure was going to be set there. And Alice is sent to the fashion pavilion where she is told that somebody is betraying her fellow spies by giving out their addresses to the enemy and they are being kidnapped. So Alice is up against the clock to stop more people from being kidnapped. She has to work out who the traitor is and how they are getting messages out of the fashion hall. So I'm going to read you just a little bit of Alice and Sophie's night flight together in Sophie's little plane, which is made a little bit more complicated by Casper, the cat that lives near the bakery, deciding he wants to come along for the ride and he does not like heights. Sophie led them up the stepladder, which was very difficult to climb with a wriggling Casper on your shoulder, and they made their way to the roof. In the moonlight, the plane's red paint gleamed like a ruby. Beyond the edge of the roof, the city's lights displayed Paris as if it were a glittering map. Alice walked to the parapet and peered over and down into the streets below. You sure this is safe? She asked. I'm an excellent pilot, honest, said Sophie. We'll just go round once. Get in. Get in the front. Alice stared at her. But I don't know how to fly a plane, she said. Sophie laughed. The front seat is for passengers. I fly from the back seat. But I'll show you all the controls. I'm really proud of how well I've positioned them. Sophie hauled herself up into the back seat of the tiny plane and started to check through all the controls inside it. Alice watched with fascination as she ran through the tiny pump that sent fuel into the little plane's engine and used levers to keep it going. There was a large stick to move the wings so that the plane could rise and turn, and a handful of tiles showing how high they were and how much fuel they had. Get in, said Sophie. I've got to start the propeller and pull the chocks away that they're holding the wheels in place. They're on levers, so we can make a quick getaway. Alice placed Casper on the ground and gave him strict instructions to stay. Then she clambered into the front seat of the plane and scrabbled for the seatbelt. Sophie jumped out and went to the front of the plane, and in moments the propeller was spinning. Then she climbed back in, leaned out, pulled on a lever, and the plane jolted forwards. Alice held her breath as they rolled towards the edge of the roof. The plane was beginning to tip when, with a single leap, Casper jumped from his safe spot on the roof into Alice's lap. She cried out, but it was too late to put him back. The plane rolled forwards, and they were falling. So that is the moment that Alice takes flight. I really hope that you enjoy reading Alice's adventures. I have had so much fun writing this book, and I hope you have just as much fun reading it. Thank you.